You are listening to KRFE Lubbock AM 580, the station that listens to Lubbock, West Texas, and eastern New Mexico.
It's getting close to noon out here at KRFE Radio AM 580, whose studios are surrounded by cotton fields and the gusting West Texas wind. Jim Stewart is preparing for his farm report that hits the air, like it has for so many years, at high noon.
Looking for stories to get on the show today. Not a good year yet, but we can still get rain. Good Lord will give us some rain, surely.
Time was about every radio station had a farm director, but not so much anymore. Jim Stewart is part of a dwindling legion of broadcasters who still focus on and honor the American farmer.
Jim?
Hi.
Well, hello there. How are you, ma'am?
Good, Kelly
Jim Stewart.
Phillips.
Kelly, my pleasure. Glad to know you. Hi.
Bob Phillips.
Hi, Bob.
How are you?
I'm blessed, thank you. Y'all pull up some.
Well, thank you.
Sit down over there. I just finished my lunch. My bride always cooks me some.
We wanted to come meet the legend of Lubbock.
That just means you're old.
The name Jim Stewart means something to folks around here. A former police officer, he spent time as a bodyguard for Elvis Presley, then reluctantly found his way into broadcasting.
How long have you been doing this?
This is my 49th year.
Goodness gracious.
Yes, sir.
Thinking about making it permanent?
I'm still learning. Trust me.
learning.
I've never farmed, and I ain't planning on starting farming anytime soon. I was a policeman on police force here in Lubbock. And Tom Allen, a good friend of mine, at Channel 13, he kept talking to me, won't you come with me, my police reporter? So that's how I got into this crazy business. And they let the farm director go. So they asked me if I'd sit in for a couple of weeks. I had one coming, supposed to be there in 2 weeks. Hadn't showed up yet, Bob.
Are you still waiting?
I'm still waiting on him to get here. He still hadn't showed up.
He might show up yet. He could have just been delayed for 48 years.
Well, he can have it. Anytime he wants to start, come on down.
Jim's not the first legendary figure to grace the airwaves in this radio station. Seems a shy schoolmate of Jim's, once upon a time, worked here as well.
This is the original control room. It's where he kind of did his show from there.
This room, Buddy Holly did a radio show.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure did, back in the day.
This is the original console and everything, huh?
That's it. Mm-hmm.
They called that show the Sunday Party.
Yes,
right?
sir. And at that time, it's KDAV. Buddy Holly brought a lot of friends out here. I know Waylon Jennings has been out here. Lord, I'm sure a lot more than that, but especially Buddy Holly. I mean, he's one people from England come over every year. We have people that come over every year and go through this station. They want to see the Buddy Holly station. Buddy is still very popular in England. Very popular.
There's one thing for sure. After 49 years, Jim doesn't get nervous as showtime gets close. No butterflies or jitters, just a cool, calm demeanor from this veteran broadcaster.
It is good to be with you here, folks, right here from AM 580. Before we do the markets, we'll take a little break. I'm waiting on Dan Jackson. He called on and said he'll be just here in just a few minutes.
Jim's got help with his farm report these days. The local cotton gin manager is on his way. Several contributors who phone in their reports, and an occasional caller with a comment or question.
Are you there, caller?
Yeah, this is the commissioner.
Oh, the commissioner
No.
is on the other line. Well, I'm glad we finally got through, golly darn it.
Yeah.
What are you up to today, sir?
Well, kind of odd you'd ask that.
Seems the Texas Agriculture Commissioner himself, Sid Miller, is a regular guest on Jim's show, not to mention the 6 sitting presidents who have sat down for a one-on-one with Lubbock's legendary voice for the farmer.
6 of them I got to interview one-on-one, which is, I never thought about it, but somebody said that's kind of unheard of.
I don't think Walter Cronkite can top that.
I don't think so
actually.
either.
Well, the farmers just took me under their wings or I wouldn't be here today. And your daddy, Dan Jackson, helped me out a lot. And it's been fun. I'm not going to say it hadn't. I don't know. I was telling about I love coming to work. Everybody says, when you going to retire? I'll be 82 here in a month.
What's this man sitting over here behind the microphone for 49 years done for agriculture around here?
Well, I'll tell you, I'll start. I grew up in an agriculture-based home. My dad was a gin manager. My mom was his bookkeeper. And so every morning at 5 o'clock, we had a radio in our kitchen on the refrigerator that was on a timer that came on. So I've grown up with Jim. Jim's been, like I said, Jim was an advocate before that became a word. And Jim's been a rite of passage for every elected official in this area, congressmen, senators, state reps, state senators. This is a place they stop because I called Jim the dean of ag broadcasters because I firmly believe that. He has been at it so long.
With the agriculture commissioner on the phone and the gin manager in the studio, Jim's show today becomes an impromptu and overdue tribute to a man who never farmed a day in his life, but who gained the trust and respect of farmers and ranchers, feed store owners, and people who have known back-breaking work and calloused hands.
Commissioner, I want to ask you the same question about what Jim has done for the American farmer, and in particular, your area of expertise, the Texas farmer.
Here's what's special about Jim. Jim keeps our Western spirit, our Western heritage alive by doing what he does. We have a word for it here in Texas. Jim's the real deal. That's what he is. He's a true West Texan. He loves the Lord, he loves the land, he loves the farmers, he loves agriculture, he loves talking about it, he loves keeping people informed about it, and he's everything that agriculture is about. He really makes sure that Texas agriculture matters. So that's what I appreciate about Jim.
Thank you, Commissioner.
How does that make you feel, Jim? I mean, to listen to these guys.
Like I said, I've been blessed. I really, really have. And I love what I do.
For 5 decades, it's been one man behind a microphone, standing up for people brave enough to still make a living off the land. For as far as this AM 580 signal reaches, Jim Stewart's voice, it seems, will always be a part of the landscape here on the South Plains of Texas.
I don't do as much as I used to because I'm getting a little older for some strange reason, but I still love being around them. There's not a better group of people than farmers to be around because they tell you the truth, and they're just good people. Folks, we're going to get out of here, good Lord willing. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, right here at AM 580. Go ahead and make it a great day, everybody. Bye-bye, and God bless.